Hello YouTube, I'm back with my second video, and I had to re-record this video because the first one had a lot of sound problems. I think I might have found the source of the whining noise, I'm not sure, but hopefully this one my voice will be a lot better than before, a lot louder. I really don't have a good mic right now. It's this handheld one that's in this makeshift stand up on my desk, and I'm kind of hunched over talking into it. So anyway, this video I made kind of showing some of the cool things you can do with redstone lamps. Wanted to give you a sneak peek of some of the stuff I'm doing with them right now. Also, I'm just gonna mention a few things about the snapshot, the 1.2 snapshot. So let's get started. So this is an NPC village that I've edited a bit. You know, I've added a few my own houses. I've added walkways and doors. I'm all over the place. You know, these apartments and people live in them, and it's really cool because they repopulate the village. I've also set up this entire village with redstone lamps all through the streets. And at night you can turn them on and the whole place lights up, and it's kind of a cool thing to see. Anyway, going into the stuff that I'm working on, I've designed a few of these big old redstone towers, and pretty much they just light up in a really cool style. So I'll go ahead and show you this one. You turn it on, it actually lights up in a circle, spiraling around the base, and it does it again. And then finally the whole thing lights up in this magnificent display. You know, it's pretty awesome. And then just same thing, turn it off. You can invert this tower however you want it. And so it spirals around, keeps going, and does it again, and the whole thing goes up. And I think that's a really cool feature. You can do it a few different ways. The cool thing about this tower, though, is this pattern in the middle. You can repeat it as many times as you want, and so you can make this thing as tall as you want it, and that's going to be really cool with the new height limits. And I've also made a mini version of that right here, and it works in much the same way. It spirals around the base, and then it kind of lights up. Believe it or not, I made this one first before I made the mini one. I'll just show you that that right there is kind of crap. That was a failed prototype. I'll show you the inside of this. It's pretty messy right now. It's got a bunch of torches and inversions everywhere, and you can kind of see the spiral pattern going on. You get in here, and then it's this pattern that goes up the base, or the center of it, and then you finally get into the very top of it right here. This is the big flared out section. It's got a bunch of stuff. Anyway, the smaller one works in much the same way. It spirals around on the inside and then goes up. Let's see. There's a lot of other stuff I have going on here, and I hope to show it in a later date when it's more completed. Most of these are just testing things with memory cells and different redstone stuff. A few other things I do want to show you is this little thing I invented right here. It kind of shows the principle of how the redstone block, redstone, when it activates a redstone lamp, the redstone lamp can power the blocks around it. So when you hit this lever, all the lights light up, and it's kind of a cool little display like that. Like that. Another cool thing is you can get a wave pattern going on with your repeater. You can get a really cool effect with that. That might look cool underwater or in a base or in some sort of passageway, maybe a minecart track, I don't know, whatever you want. A few things to remember about the redstone lamp is that when there's redstone on top of it, you can just power the whole thing by putting redstone on top. So that way you don't have to have a bunch of torches underneath it or any weird circuitry. It's just real simple, and you can hide it easily in the ceiling. You could using the same principle, you can do stuff like this, where you just power it once from below, and the whole thing lights up. Really nice and simple. Another thing you can do that I personally really like, you can have this kind of delayed effect, like a pathway, where it just lights up, and you can have this, to replicate some visual effect. I don't know. I'm sure you can probably think about some creative uses. Circuitries inside, just a bunch of repeaters, nothing too complicated. Just a note on this, when you're making it, you have to make sure your torch is not underneath the redstone block, the redstone lamp, because when the torch is underneath it, it lights up this kind of area. So when you try to turn each one off, you have to turn the one adjacent to it off too before this one will go off, and it doesn't look good, and so you get like this kind of delayed by two effect, I guess. What you want to do is you want to have it on top of another block, and then turn that one off, and that'll allow you individual control of each redstone block. And of course, no video would be complete without the sacred room, the disco room. Who doesn't want a disco floor in their base, It's just pretty awesome. Night's coming down and we'll go visit it again. Maybe I can put in some music for this. I'm not sure how to do that quite yet, but this kind of design, if it interests you, I can work on it. This is just my prototype that I made in about half an hour. It wasn't as complicated as I thought it would be. It looks pretty bad, but it's just a bunch of inversions. So basically, when you turn it on, you have your power, your little repeater right here, and that makes the whole thing work. I could probably adjust it a bit, make it a little bit more compact, and adjust it so everything's a bit more in time. This was kind of my first attempt at it, so I can always do it again. So that's pretty much it. I'll go and show you. I'll just wait for dark real quick. Alright, so it's nighttime here in Thunk City. Then just gonna briefly show you what some of this stuff looks like when it's all lit up in the night. By the way, this also goes backwards. I forgot to show you that too. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and take a look at. The wave thing I think is pretty cool to start. Yeah, so the city got all these lights all over the place, and there's pretty much just tunnels crisscrossing all underneath this whole place. Be careful when you're building tunnels in the city, because for some reason villagers have a really annoying habit of jumping in the tunnels and wandering them. I have no idea why. They seem to just go for the tunnel. I don't understand. Anyway, so the city just bursts into light. You got light all over the place. It looks pretty cool. Great visual effect if you're going for that. And finally, we have the mega super light up tower. You can see the lag that this update still kind of has. Hopefully that'll get fixed soon. We won't have that problem. Anyway, so that's it for right now. Kind of made this video to hopefully get my name out. And have some people get to know about me, because I'm going to be making some pretty cool stuff here. So if you want a tutorial of any of these, I'll be more than happy to do that. Just let me know either in comments or by your views. Thanks a lot for watching.